Hi, welcome to the Commercial Gas Engineer channel. Just going to test you quickly. Try to attempt to answer some of these questions with me. So I'm going to see the gas unsafe situation procedure if you know what the answers are. I was recently tested by Gas Safe to see if I knew these. It wasn't in this format, but in a different format. And even though it was open book, I still found it quite difficult. So try this with me, see how you do. Try to see if you get 3 wrong to start again. So let's have a go. So gas escapes and fumes from bulk storage vessel or cylinder installation. So if you have a look on the right, there are notes there that can guide you as well what to do thereafter. But let's see, what would you say? I'm not sure what they mean by bulk storage vessel or cylinder, especially in regards to gas escapes and fumes. I don't know what they're referring to there. Put in the comments below what do you think that means. So what do you think it is? 3, 2, 1. I'd say I imagine that any gas escapes and fumes are probably going to be immediately dangerous. I could be wrong, but I'm going to say ID. Write down what you think 1.1 could be. ID. That's right. Okay. 1.2. Gas installation fails a tightness test. 1 or 2 passes a tightness test, but there is a smell of gas. Both must be ID, right? I can't see that being at risk. Yep, ID. All right, 1.3. Fire and or explosion caused by gas escapes. What do you reckon? That seems like an obvious one. That's right, ID. 1.4. Reports of fumes or CO alarm activation caused by a spillage, leakage or re-entry of products of combustion. Fluid appliances, evidence of spillage or leakage of products of combustion with no evidence that the issue has been corrected. I believe that's also ID. And then also you can get this document on the Gas Safe website. If you use your Gas Safe card license and registration number, you can get this document and print it off, or it should be in your gas book, or it should be on you. This is one of the most important things to know as a domestic or commercial gas engineer in the United Kingdom. It's one of the most important things to know, and in order to how to categorize one of these situations and also what to do thereafter. It will get you out of court, it will keep you in a job, it will save people's lives. Okay, what would you consider this 1.4 as? It must be ID, right? Yep. Okay, surely we're going to get tripped up soon. I'm going to see if I can get through this without getting more than 3 wrong. Okay, another situation here where an alarm has activated or ill health symptoms experienced and the flue termination is located in position that could allow products of combustion to enter the property. Confirmed re-entry of products of combustion giving rise to ambient CO levels in the building of 10 parts per million or greater. So that was 1. And then 2 here is flueless appliances, evidence of poor combustion occurring. To me, this is ID. Yes. Okay, and then there's more notes. If you want to pause, you can pause and look in here on the notes here. And now, let's look at 1.5, where no work is being undertaken on an appliance, but there are visual signs of spillage or leakage of products of combustion from the appliance and or chimney/flue, and there is no evidence that the problem has been corrected. ID, right? What do you think? At risk? I think it's ID. Yep. All right. Meter installation and pressure regulator. Okay. 2.1. Pressure regulator not installed at primary meter or regulator installation is not suitable for the supply. Ooh, what would you say? Write down your answer. I'd say ID. Could I be wrong? No, it's ID. 2.2. Incorrect gas pressure at the outlet of the primary meter installation, which affects the safe operation of any appliance, e.g. combustion and or flame stability. Is that ID? Incorrect gas pressure. I'm going to say ID again. What do you say? Yep. LPG. My LPG ticket has run out. I should still stand a chance here. LPG installation with high or low operating pressure affecting the safe function of a gas appliance caused by 1. Pressure regulator fault. 2. Vessel off-take capacity exceeded. Service pipework undersized or blocked. I'm going to go with ID on this. Yep, I haven't got any wrong yet. What about you? How many of you got wrong? Put it in the comments below. 2.4. Medium or higher pressure fed regulator relief valve or and or vent pipe. So let me show you these notes on the side here. Additional things that you should do. Inform the gas supplier here. This ID should notify the gas supplier, advise the responsible person to contact the supplier, identify customers' bills. Yep, that's for this one here and so on. So read through the notes as well. Okay, this one here now. So discharging continue while gas is being used by customer, blocked on an natural gas installation of capacity not exceeding 6 meters cubed an hour, or on an LPG installation of any capacity, or 3, discharging in an unsafe location, terminating in an unsafe location but not discharging. So okay, I'm going to say 1, 2 and 3 sound like ID. This one here sounds like, oh, can I see a clue there? Looks like an at risk. The rest sound like ID. ID. At risk. Ooh, maybe I should lose a point there. Was that cheating? No, I'm going to allow myself there. 2.5. I'm sure there's a lot more to trip up on. All right, 2.5. Meter and or regulator showing significant signs of damage from, for example, corrosive atmosphere, 2, mechanical damage, 3, contact with. This, I'm going to say at risk. I don't think these are ID. Okay, what would you say? Would you say ID? I'm going to say at risk. Yes. All right. 2.6, prepayment primary or smart meter operated in a prepayment mode, supplying a secondary meter or separate individual premises within the building. Prepayment meter, smart meter. Oh my days, supplying a secondary meter. I'm not sure about this one. I'm going to try and get a clue over here. So after I've done whatever category it is, I need to contact the gas supplier or responsible person to have prepayment changed to at risk. Supply secondary. I'm going to say at risk. Whew. Got that one right. All right. 2.7. All right. LPG regulator located within a building and fitted with a limited capacity relief device, not piped directly to a safe position outside the building. LPG. I'm going to have to get another clue from the side here. Safe position means away from sources of ignition or points of re-entry. What do you guys say this is? I think I'm about to start getting some wrong. You're in a building fitted with a limited capacity relief device. I'm going to say at risk. Whew. Okay, got that one right. 2.8. Pathway for gas to enter property from meter box, e.g. damage box or installation pipework within the meter box, entering the property without a sleeve or the sleeve is not sealed. Pathway of gas to enter property from meter box, e.g. damage box or installation pipe within the meter box, entering the property without a sleeve or the sleeve is not sealed. Oof, if there's a leak, that's just going to go in the building. Oh, at risk or ID? I'm going to say at risk. I reckon it's going to be ID. Oh, okay. I'm going to say I got that one right. All right. Medium pressure or higher fed meter installation located within a domestic premises. Meter pressure or higher fed meter. I'm going to go with at risk again. I'm going to stick with at risk here. In all cases, inform the relevant gas transporter or the gas supplier as appropriate, who will send the competent person to site to undertake further investigation. Oof, this is sounding a bit more like ID. Medium pressure or higher fed installation. I'm going to say at risk. Ooh. All right, let's just remember that these little ones here, from here onwards, are at risk. Then I'll be okay. 2.10. Installation pipework and or equipotential bonding cable entering property within a meter box via rear exit meter box spigot route where the gas service pipework is medium fed pressure. Installation pipework and or equipotential bonding. I'm surprised if this has even got a category. Has this even got a category? Further guidance, see gas register technical bulletin 004. Okay, it's either not the current standards or at risk. I think it's going to just say see notes. Yeah, oh, it is at risk. Oh, okay. Need to remember that and read that technical bulletin. Pipework now. 3.1. Pipework with an open end connected to a gas supply. Open end. That's ID. Pipework and or fittings of inappropriate material for purpose, e.g. plastic water pipes or hose. That's got to be ID. Yep. It's ID. So I got a clue there because I wiped out 2 in one swipe there. So call it cheating, call it what you like. I think I'm surviving okay here. I wouldn't say I've got any wrong. But there's plenty more to go. How are you doing? Are you holding up? Have you got 3 wrong? If you've got 3 wrong, I think you should start again. 3.3. In an emergency situation, e.g. gas escaping, where there is restricted access or there is no handle fitted to the emergency control valve. Are you crazy? That's ID. Yes, we can see that. Undersize, and then what else would you do? Turn off all appliances and notify the gas emergency control. See contact list, table 2. In case of LPG, notify gas supplier. Okay, so undersized pipework proved to be affecting the safe operation of any appliance. ID, isn't it? That can't even be at risk. All right. 3.5. In a non-emergency situation where there is restricted access or there is not a handle fitted on the ECV. No handle. In an emergency where there is restricted access or there is not a handle. ID again. Is that always that at risk? No handle on an ECV. That's got to be ID, surely. No, at risk. No. Oh, no. I had this situation the other day and I didn't ID it. I didn't cap anything. I just I wrote up a warning notice. I did. Oh, no. Oh, no. I think it was an additional ECV. It wasn't the actual one at the meter, but nonetheless, I still booked it up. So there's a bit of information there. So I've got my first one wrong. I had a feeling it was at risk. Why was that? I think it's because I was on an ID roll and I just kept going. All right, 3.6. No additional ECV at point of entry to property where one is required and there is no adequate access to ECV. Oh, no. This is ID. At risk again. Okay, I'm getting them wrong. Notify the responsible person. 3.7. Let by of ECV without a smell of gas. A let by without a smell of gas. At risk. Okay, I've covered 2 there. Okay. Now the other one, let by of ECV without a smell of gas. At risk as well. That seems like the same. Oh, additional ECV. Emergency control valve. Okay. Let by of a MIV test valve. Meter inlet valve, I think. On a medium pressure fed meter installation which forms part of a tightness test. Let by, I'm going to say at risk. Inform the gas supplier. Let by, at risk. Okay. It's funny how it follows, there's these little patterns, AR, and then it goes back into at risk. And then if you can remember that would be great. All right, 3.10. Pipework suitable for gas used in inappropriate location and or situation. Going to say at risk. If I get 3 wrong, I think I'm going to just say that I failed. I'm only allowing myself 2 wrong. I'm going to keep going for the sake of you guys, but I'm going to say I failed. 3.11. Pipework showing significant signs of damage from e.g. corrosion or mechanical damage. Inadequate support. 2. Pipework where the position or lack of support makes damage and or accidental release highly foreseeable. At risk. So you can see the details here and more information, but you should have your own to be able to read. 3.12. LPG hold insecure or shows signs of wear, distress or damage, e.g. chaffing, cuts, splits, etc. At risk. Okay. Here we go again. 3.13. Gas pipework located within a cavity, wall or void, but not within a purpose-designed duct in accordance with appropriate standards. So gas pipework in a wall or at risk, I'd say. I've seen that recently and I made a note of it. Okay, 3.14. Automatic isolation valve fitted in supplied to appliances without at least one of the following. An automatic downstream integrity system check will occur when the AIV activates, or 2. Every appliance has an automatic flame safeguard, or 3. An effective written safe system of work procedure is in place for reinstating the gas supply to the appliances. Fitted supply to appliances without at least one of the following. Automatic downstream integrity. Every appliance has automatic. At risk again. These don't sound like ID situations. An effective written statement. Okay. This is the same. Right. PE service pipework, LPG, operating above 75 mil. At risk. No. Commercial unprotected buried metallic LPG service pipework, which is overdue replacement. Domestic unprotected buried metallic LPG service pipework, which is overdue replacement, and is special risk. I'd say at risk. Built over PE pipework or service / service pipework entering a domestic premises, at risk again. Service pipework LPG at point of entry to the premises is fitted with an ECV, at risk. Okay, eco potential bonding not installed or adequate, not secured. So this looks like leave bonding notice. All right, so that's not an at-risk situation. Read technical bulletin 102. Okay, you can find a lot of these on the Gas Safe website. All right, air supply ventilation. 4.1. Open fluid or flueless appliances in a room or internal space requiring purpose-provided permanent combustion air supply where the supply is less than required. Okay, I'd say this is at risk. Ventilation, in my mind, a lot of ventilation is going to be at risk. All right. Open fluid appliance installed in a compartment requiring purpose-provided permanent high and low air supply where air supply at one level only or air supply is less than required. At risk again. Air supply ventilators for open fluid or flueless appliances which incorporate gauzes or fly screens or are closable. At risk. Okay, this one I think I can see it partially. So, flueless cookers installed in a bedsit room or volume less than 20 meters cubed, irrespective of ventilation provision. I'd say at risk. Flueless appliances installed in a room of inadequate volume, irrespective of ventilation. I'd say both are at risk. Okay, then you can see here the notes. 4.6 leisure accommodation vehicles, e.g. static caravan holiday homes and or residential park homes with the airspace beneath enclosed unventilated skirt creating an unventilated void. At risk. I don't know what this is all about. Okay, incorrectly configured mechanical ventilation systems. At risk. Any mechanical ventilation system for the purpose of providing combustion ventilation, not interlocked, at risk again. 4.9. Installation pipe located within an unventilated duct or void. Within an unventilated duct or void. Unventilated meter installation on a... I'm going to say at risk for both because ventilation, I always default to at risk if I'm not sure. Yes. Okay, then read the additional information. Okay, we're getting there. 4.10a. Unventilated meter room enclosure containing multiple meter installations at risk. All right. LPG service pipe located within an unventilated duct or void at risk. All right. Chimneys / flues, open flues. 5.1. Where the clearance around an open fluid appliance do not comply with manufacturer's requirements. Appliance shows signs of distress. Appliance is not... To me, this is signs of distress. Is that ID? I'm going to say ID. Yes. Okay. 5.2. Appliance downdraft diverter is found to be completely enclosed or missing. Okay, so there's a 2 as well. Appliance is not showing signs of distress. Not. So you got yes and not. So I'm going to say one's ID and one's at risk. Okay. And then this one, appliance downdraft diverter is to be completely missing. I'd say at risk. I'd say ID, at risk, at risk. Signs of distress is ID. Yes. Okay. I sort of cheated a bit on this one here because it came off when I deleted one. At 5.3, incomplete or damaged chimney / flue or inadequate fixings and or sealing, but where combustion products do not enter the building. At risk. Where 2 or more appliances are connected to one chimney / flue. 1, if one of the appliances has no flame supervision device. 2, if the appliances are in separate rooms ventilated from different sides of the building. 3, if the chimney / flue is not designed for the purpose. At risk. Okay, I thought that may have been ID, but it's at risk. Okay. That's right. 5.5, natural draft, wall adjacent or wall faced termination. 5.6, manual damper in place and not secured in the open position, domestic. I mean, I would have said at risk. Okay. 5.7, automatic chimney slash flue damper not interlocked to appliance gas supply. Ooh, I don't know why when it says not interlocked, to me that's sounding like some ID situation though. I'm going to at-risk it. And then the next one, 5.8, existing open chimney flue system installation terminating in a prohibited zone. So I'm going to say at-risk because we're on an at-risk roll. I'm going to say at-risk for both. Yes, still alive. I'm still alive. And there's not much notes on that, but do read the bits above. 5.9, existing open chimney slash flue system installation with one or more defects likely to affect the safe and effective performance of the chimney slash flue. Existing open chimney slash flue system installation with one or more defects likely to affect the safe and effective performance of the chimney. That's sounding like ID. I'm going to have to get a little clue of this side here. The class does. I'm calling this at risk. I got a clue from the side, sorry, I have to read the notes there. 5.10, mechanically assisted flue slash chimney system not interlocked to the appliance gas supply. Something about catering, alright, at risk. Alright, fan diluted system, plant slash boiler room at fan dilution concentration is greater than. So I've got my fan dilution system outside. I would say at risk. Okay, do you ever check these? You should get your analyzer and go out and check the flue dilution. It's rare. I don't even think I've ever seen anyone check these. Flue's room sealed chimney, flue terminated into an internal space. ID 6.2, leakage of products of combustion from room sealed chimney. Do I need to keep reading? Chimney system, e.g. evidence of products of combustion leakage from the chimney. This is ID. Chimney flue system, appliance or condensate air brake. ID 6.3, chimney forward slash flue terminating into a semi-enclosed area, e.g. covered passageway or what's that? Ginnel, following an assessment in accordance with guidance given in Technical Bulletin 0007. That must be for James Bond. 1, it is found that combustion products are entering the building. 2, there is a risk that combustion products are entering the building. I'm going to get a clue here of risk. I'm going to chimney flue into a semi-enclosed area. Enclosed, man, that's ideal. Okay, yeah, next one. There is a risk found that combustion are entering it. There is a risk. I'm going to say at risk because there's a risk. 6.4, incorrect use of flue gas management kit to extend a fan-assisted room sealed chimney slash flue duct outlet to outside where the air intake is enclosed within a building. Sometimes it's just so long-winded. Clue here, closed chimney terminating position. Incorrect use of a flue gas management kit. I'm going to say this is at risk. Okay, 6.5. One more wrong and I think I'm dead. Man. 6.5. No means of examining a room sealed, concealed chimney forward slash flue system in accordance with the industry guidance to confirm the effectiveness of the chimney slash flue system, i.e. the lack of appropriate inspection has at risk. Because you can't tell that it's leaking. If we did an integrity test and there was a problem or bad or it was burning badly, maybe it'd be ID. But okay, 6.6, room sealed chimney forward slash flue system which are damaged, insecure, inadequately supported and or using incorrect jointed methods to such an extent that may cause it to become unsafe and or breach of integrity is likely. Evidence that chimney. I'm going to say ID. I'm probably wrong now. At risk. Now I've got 3 wrong. I should go and start again. I think I've failed. All right, appliances. I'd rather go the other way. I'd rather say something's ID when it's at risk than say something's at risk when it's actually ID. So I'd rather go that way. So 7.1, appliance which should be flued but is not flued. ID. 7.2, breach of a room sealed appliance's integrity caused by missing or damaged seals. 1, flue gas analysis sample point cap missing / damage regard ID. And air inlet, this one's at risk. 2, air inlet sample point cap missing / damage, no evidence of leakage or combustion. That's at risk. Grommets forming part of the combustion circuit missing / damage, no evidence of leakage of products of combustion. That's at risk. 7.3, appliance not suitable for use with the gas supplied. At risk. ID. No. You can't have LPG with gas and gas. No. 4 wrong. 7.4. I should know this one. I was asked this in an exam recently and I got it right. It was open books. I could go and look for the answer. 7.4. Appliance gas controls and safety devices that affect the safe operation of an appliance, which are inoperative, fail into danger, or are disabled. ID. Bypassing a safety device. Is that what you're saying? 7.5. Flueless or non-room sealed appliance in room containing a bath. I'm going to say these both are ID. Yes. 4 wrong so far. Are we near the end? 7.6. Failure to achieve satisfactory combustion readings when using an electronic portable combustion analyzer. 1. Flueless appliance. 2. Fluid appliance. I'm going to say both are ID and they need to be dealt with. You can't just leave them. They have to be right. No. Flueless appliance is ID. The fluid appliance is only at risk. I've got 5 wrong now. 7.7. Flueless or fluid appliance with visual signs of incomplete combustion at a main burner and or within the heat exchanger. Flueless or fluid appliance with visual signs of incomplete combustion. I'm going to say ID for these two, but I'm going to say flueless appliance ID, fluid appliance at risk. Whew. Okay, I learned from the one above. 7.8. Flueless or non-room sealed space heating or water heating appliance over 14 kilowatt heat input or under 14 kilowatt heat input gross without a built-in atmosphere sensing device installed in a bedroom or bedsit. So flueless appliance over fluid appliance or non-sealed appliance. Okay, I'm going to say this is ID. At risk. I've got 5 wrong so far. 7.9. Use of an appliance indoors that is designed for outdoor use. I'm going to say this is at risk. Okay, so I've got 5 wrong. I've asked, I think there's about 140 categories here to 150. So if I get 5 wrong, I think I'm not doing too bad at the moment. 7.10. Evidence of heat damage to an appliance or adjacent combustible material. Evidence of heat damage. I'm going to say at risk. 7.11. Flexible gas connection to a fluid domestic appliance. Flexible gas connection to a... I'm going to say that's at risk. 7.12. Appliance found to be insecure and or not stable so that it is potentially unsafe. I'm going to say at risk if it's not stable. Okay, looks like that's right. 7.13. An appliance connected to a sealed heating system with no effective pressure relief. At risk. LPG appliance with automatic ignition device or a pilot light installed in a room below ground level unless open to ground level on at least one side. At risk. So remember to check the notes on these. Don't just look at those bits that I've been speaking through. Check and read through the notes. Pause if you want to pause the video, but do get the document to read it up. Not sure what country you're in watching this, and I've got a lot of viewers in America and Australia. I don't know what you guys use for your regs or for your unsafe situations. Please let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you've come across any of these situations and let me know how you're doing so far in the testing, if you're still with me. Okay, 8. Water heaters. 8.1. Flueless or open fluid instantaneous water heating appliance without a built-in atmosphere sensing device, an ASD. At risk. Okay, I can see the answer to the one that came up afterwards, but I'm going to hide it from you. 8.2. Flueless instantaneous water heating appliance installed in a room or internal space of inadequate volume. I would have said at risk. 8.3. Flueless water heating appliance supplying hot water outlet not in the same room as the appliance. I'm going to say at risk again. I'm just following the trend. 8.4. Flueless water heating appliance without a 5-minute warning label. I'm going to say at risk. All right. 9.10. Space heaters, including gas fryers, DFEs. My space heaters ticket has run out. My gas fryers ticket has run out. 9.1. Builders opening inadequately sealed where combustion products do not enter the building. Builders opening. Get a clue. Where should be gaps? Okay. I'm going to say at risk. Space heater fitted to letterbox opening or with inadequate catchment space where combustion products do not enter the building. At risk. 9.3. No closure plate fitted where required or inadequately sealed where combustion products do not enter the building. At risk. Space heater fitted over combustible flooring with heat damage to floor evident. I'm going to say at risk. 9.5. Combustible material located within builders opening and showing signs of heat damage or scorching. I'm going to say these both are at risk. 9.6. Flue space heater installed in a room or internal space where the air vent is incorrectly positioned. I'm going to say, why does it say see manufacturer's instructions? I'm going to say at risk. Okay, for guidance and another technical bulletin there. Technical bulletin 088. All right. I believe we're almost there. Open flue combined gas fire and back boiler and so on. Build an opening that is not sealed around the chimney/flue liner, cables, water and or gas pipework. Builders open. I'm going to say at risk. 11. Warm air heaters. 11.1. Unsealed plenum or ducting in the appliance compartment affecting the safe operation of the appliance. At risk. ID. Sorry. Let me read that one again. I got that one. Where an unsealed plenum is encountered which does not affect the safe operation of the appliance, classify the installation as at risk. Maybe that's what I was thinking. 11.2. Open fluid warm air heater with fan-assisted warm air circulation installed in a compartment without a positive return air connection. Oh, God. I'm going to stay on the roll of ID at the moment because we're doing warm air heaters. What is going wrong here? No, it's at risk. Okay, so now I've probably got about 6 or 7 wrong, I'm going to say. 11.3. Open fluid warm air heater with fan-assisted warm air circulating having an inadequate provision for a return path. I'm not fully understanding these questions for some reason. All right. Well, I'm going to just say at risk now. Got loads of questions left. Let's fly through these. 12.1. Vessel located within a building. This is LPG. I don't have my LPG ticket, but if you do, go for it. What do you think is 12.1? And 12.2. Vessel without a pressure relief valve. Okay, 12.3. Vessel installation without an appropriate regulator. 12.4. Bulk storage. I don't know these. Okay, and I don't have my LPG ticket. I once did. I didn't really use it at all, so I don't get any practice much with LPG. So I'm not even going to attempt these. I'm going to just let you have a go at them because I'm tired of getting any more wrong. Okay, there's 140 or 50 of these categories. So far, I've just got under 10 wrong. I don't feel like getting any more wrong. Let's go for it. Vessel located within a building. I'm going to say ID. All right, vessel without pressure relief valve ID. I would have probably said that. I can see ID on the next one. Vessel installation without an appropriate regulator. That sounds like ID. Bulk storage. Vessel installation without required upso and oops. I'm going to say these are ID. Yeah. At risk. Okay, remember that. All right, it's good to get this wrong. It helps you remember. 12.5. Vessel that has a liquefied gas level greater than 95%. Vessel too close to fixed ignition point. I'm going to say at risk for these two. All right, vessel too close to a known untrapped drain and cover is not sealed. At risk. Vessel without a stable base. These are both at risk. All right. Is this like a gas common sense test or something? 12.9. Large quantities of combustible materials too close to above ground vessels. At risk. Vessel susceptible to vehicle collision, not appropriately protected, at risk. Okay, all right. 12.11. 12.11. Vessel valves and or controls which are accessible by the general public. At risk. 12.12. Vessels surrounded by excessive vegetation creating a restriction on ventilation and combustion hazard. At risk. Vessel too close to building that is not acting as a firewall. At risk. 12.14. Above ground vessel positioned too close to overhead electrical power lines or cables. At risk. Underground vessel or vessels in a roadway or vehicular access. At risk. Remember to read the notes that go with it because there's further action. 13.1. Vapor Off-take cylinder with no regulator fitted. ID. LPG cylinder cartridge stored in a basement. So I'm going to say at risk. No, ID and then at risk. Yes. 13.3 LPG cylinder / cartridge or cartridges stored in other inappropriate locations at risk. LPG cylinder stored or used inappropriately at risk. 13.5 4 or more cylinders connected to an automatic changeover device with upsole protection at risk. Remember to read the notes on the side. Okay, pause if you need to. All right, 13.6 LPG cylinder on a boat in a location that I don't know about these. I've probably done them in the past, many years ago, 10 years ago or so, but now I'm going to have a go. Is not vapor tight to the craft interior, is accessible from inside the craft interior, does not provide for adequate drain facilities for LPG to vent directly overboard, has inadequate ventilation direct from out. I'm going to say at risk. Okay, 13.7 cylinder not stable at risk. Cylinder regulator fitted at a height below that of the cylinder outlet valve at risk. 13.9 existing single stage LPG regulators with upsole protection where the regulator is known or suspected to be 10 years old or greater, or where such a single stage regulator with upsole protection exhibiting evidence of significant environmental degradation. At risk. And then it's got information here, contact upsole regulators and so on. Okay. Gas pressure raising equipment. 14.1 low pressure protection not fitted by past or inoperable. At risk. ID. Low pressure protection not fitted. Oh, okay. I see. Where required, back pressure protection device not fitted or not fitted, not functional. I'm going to say ID now. Okay, it sounds like pressure is an issue with this. 14.3 equipment in an inappropriate or inadequately ventilated location or incorrectly installed. ID with LPG or at risk? With LPG needs ventilation. So it's at risk. I would have said probably ID, but... All right, commercial catering. I do not have this. There's our notes on commercial catering. All right, 4 atmosphere readings that indicate excessive levels of carbon dioxide, CO2, or other products of combustion, complete or incomplete. Air quality within the working environment, e.g. very hot working environment, high levels of condensation, catering staff complaining about the working environment. Oh, interesting. There's no category there. Okay. Appliance with enclosed burner without a flame supervision device. I'm going to say ID. It's at risk. Okay, I'm done. Woo. Then there's definitions and so on. Here, I'll probably do the definitions another day and see if you can identify what's what. All right. We got through it. Thank you for joining me. Let me know how you scored below. Did you get more than 10 wrong? If you did, then that's not good enough. There was probably about 140 to 150 there, I believe. We went through a lot. Thank you for your time. Until next time, I hope you've learned something. Get the document and make sure you know it by heart. It's good to know. All right. Until next time. Bye.